A spontaneous journey is always so exciting, and if you have your own car, a drive can be a real adventure. Just imagine you step on the gas and go straight into the distance, passing noisy cities, vast fields. But sometimes there can be minor troubles on the way. A flat tire? No problem. There is always a spare. And what about the used one? Someone will find it normal to leave it just on the roadside. Perhaps no one will notice, but your lungs definitely will. Each tire left on the side of the road emits dangerous toxins just under the influence of sunlight. A burning rubber dump is a factory of carcinogens. It is difficult to enjoy traveling in a gas mask. Rubber has been part and parcel of the civilized world since its appearance, and it has been firmly holding on to its positions up until now. Try to imagine people who do not use tires. Only savage tribes come to mind, or a person who has never chewed gum, perhaps a hermit. Rubber hoses water our gardens, rubber spatulas cook our breakfast, and rubber boots wait in the hall for rain. Today, there are more than 40,000 various rubber products manufactured. But rubber was not a godsend. The way almost as long as a whole human history led to the modern success. The first to get acquainted with a new material were those savage tribes of the Indians, the inhabitants of Amazonia. They found that if covered with the juice of a hevea tree, their boats would become waterproof. The material was called latex. The Indians also created a variety of ornaments with the help of latex. From latex, they glued a ball for the game, which became the prototype of football and basketball. The first European fan of the Indian game was Christopher Columbus. It was he who brought latex to Europe, along with gold and various curiosities. The Europeans could not immediately appreciate the new material at its true value. Only by the middle of the 18th century, latex was first used to erase pencil marks. The mass spread began after Charles Mackintosh discovered the water tightness of the clothing, which was treated with latex. Raincoats became a fashionable and useful possession of almost every person. But the main impetus for the development of rubber was the discovery of vulcanization. Charles Goodyear added sulfur to latex, thereby stabilizing the temperature-sensitive material. Since that moment, rubber has been used everywhere. Harder rubber went for making gramophone records, while most elastic was used for wire insulation. The accessibility and mass application led to the first problem: a lot of hevias. Too many hevias. Thousands of hectares around the world were planted with priceless trees to the detriment of agriculture. German scientists have found a solution. They received a material identical to latex from synthetic components. It is in this form that we know rubber today. 2/3 of all rubber in the world goes to tire manufacture. Tires of various types and forms are made all over the world, but the production process is similar everywhere. The creation of a tire begins with mixing caoutchouc with sulfur and other additives. All components are melted into a homogeneous mass, already resembling rubber. The black mass is fed to the conveyor where it is cut and rolled into a ring. The tire is shaped and embossed. And the final stage is vulcanization. It is the key point in making a good tire. In this process, the additives in the material are activated. Now, the tire neither hardens in the cold nor melts in the heat. The invention of synthetic rubber opened the door to a wide rubber opportunities, reliable sealing, the development of electronics, and the emergence of an entirely new industry of children's toys. But new problems have come along with new opportunities. Rubber is not a durable material. It wears out and becomes useless. So, dumps of used rubber have appeared around the world. Dumps of worn tires are especially extensive. Rubber starts to melt in the sun and emits harmful vapors into the atmosphere. Imagine the damage caused by a burning rubber dump. But rubber can be recycled and reused. For example, melted tires are used to produce soles for shoes, cover for running tracks, furniture, home decor. Of course, the utilization of tires has some difficulties. Rubber should be separated from other components of the tire, metal and cloth. Though it is a laborious process, hundreds of companies all over the world are engaged in it. There are other extraordinary ways of recycling old tires. Some people make of them garden decorations or whole flower beds, while Australia, Japan, and Greece create from tires artificial reefs where sea dwellers settle happily. Thus, the tires do not pollute the air, and seaweed and corals growing on them do not allow the rubber to decompose. Rubber products are of much benefit and comfort to people, but you should never forget about the price that you have to pay for it. Care and involvement of every person today is the guarantee of the future of our planet. Each recycled, properly utilized tire is a leaf on a large clean air tree, which it is time to plant now.